What's up, you guys? This is Chris Rukov for another episode for Sunday warm-up. I hope you like those episodes. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Last time we left off where we talked about opening range and should we include the small pocket pairs or not, and now we continue with that.
What if you have sevens and you don't hit the flop? You draw.
Yeah,
You're drawing this imaginary line like sevens are so much more better than sixes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're like the same shit.
Yeah, but like nines is like kind of a little bit better, no?
Yeah, it is. But what do you open? You open sevens plus?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Well, what if you open sixes plus? Is that gonna make an increasingly huge impact on your play? It is the same.
Yeah, okay.
People have another mistake that they do like that. They draw a solid line between hands. For example, if they have pocket jacks, they don't know how to play it. But if they have pocket tens, oh, that's easy. I'm like, the difference is not that big. You you are the one who makes a line here between the jacks and the tens, and you're saying this is not a good hand, this is a premium hand. This is not how it works. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, tens are, it's an okay hand, and all of a sudden, jacks become a premium hand. They're not, okay? Jacks are, I'll tell you the secret, jacks are slightly better than tens, okay? Shocker. Shocker, right? So it's the same with sixes and sevens. I mean, if you don't feel
Yeah.
comfortable playing, my advice to you is to make a range that you're comfortable playing. Maybe you don't like playing under the gun, and open only this, or even open only this. When you learn how to play those hands, add this one. When you learn how to play those hands, add those one.
Mhm.
When you learn how to play those ones, add those one. You know what I mean? Like, I did not started playing this range when I first started playing poker. From the bottom, my opening range when I started playing poker was maybe something of this nature, bro. Like I'm kidding. Maybe it was like something like this from the bottom, because I didn't know how to play. And then I learned how to play those hands. Then I start opening this. I learn how to play those. Start opening those, and so on. So I hear this debate about should we open small pocket pairs, should we not? Well, wrap your range. 25 and no limit is enough big of a game to actually people know what range means. It's not like 10 and L or 5 and L. And you know, decide what to do. Maybe with pocket deuces on a missed board, you want a double barrel.
Yeah.
I don't know. People should know that this is your strongest range. They should expect you have more premium hands. I mean, it's whatever you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable. But between the sixes and the sevens, let's say you open this right now, right?
Mhm.
Add the sixes and tell me, do you see a significant difference in your win rate?
Probably not.
Yeah. First off, you're 1 out of 6 times you're big blind. Second off, to get exactly pocket sixes is 6 out of 13, 26. So you're not gonna get sixes that often. Basically, that situation was gonna arise so little. You know, I don't know. I have always opened the pocket pairs. Then I stopped for a little bit. When I stopped opening the pocket pairs, I started opening this. Okay, and
Yeah, that's how I play more or less now.
yeah, I mean
Like
it's
this.
whatever, man. I mean, there's no. If there
Yeah.
was a perfect strategy that is set in stone, we would know about it. Trust me. But I mean, 10% range can be a lot of things. The same's gonna apply to three betting range, man. Some people's three betting range that is let's say 4% is this. Some people's 4% range is this. It's still 4%. Some people's 4% range is this. It's still 4%. But they're all different ranges. So there's not any range to say, oh, this is the range that you'll never change in your life. No. I mean, if the table is whatever, you know, if the table is more calling station, then you're going to open those hands. If it's more tight, you're going to open those hands. Now, the easiest thing is that for me to tell you, if the table 3-bets you a lot, open the aces. Like, don't open those hands because they 3-bet you. Open this because you hold the blocker for the ace, so they're not going to 3-bet you as much, okay? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. But that's not a bigger deal. So the sizings. in the future when you increase, I don't know your cutoff range, but when you increase it in the future, just decrease the opening size to 2.5.
Like button cutoff 2.5 and before like 3 or 3.5.
I mean, button I opened 2. And so the button I
Button
opened
2.
to, my button is 2.1. I opened to $2.12, if I remember correctly. So
Okay.
so basically, I don't open 2. Oh, hold on. Min race is 50 cents. I'm lying to you. I'm thinking of 50 cents a dollar. I'm thinking of 100 no limit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So 53
Yeah.
cents. 53 cents. You know what I mean? A little bit more than double. That is just for cosmetics. That 3 cents will not really make a ridiculously insane impact. But my button is min race and my cutoff is 2.5. So when you increase your ranges a little bit, if you want to increase them, I'm not telling you to do it, then you're gonna lower your opening size.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Explain how you construct. Okay. Target range on what hand? All right.
It's not really objective. I get often 3 bets. Like, I don't know. I think it's more effective.
You're saying that you get enough than 3 bets.
I think it's okay to check here, but otherwise, yeah, he has a lot of hands in this range.
You're saying it's okay to check.
Means that
What is your target range for that hand? How many streets of value you're looking to get versus what? What if we do check rate? What if we bet the flop and then when we bet the turn he check raises the turn against us? Like those questions you should ask yourself here. Like what is my target range? Flush draws, open-enders a 10. An ace is not a target range, but he does have an ace in his range. This board is good for kind of for both of you, to be honest. Maybe you have less aces in your range than he does, but you hit a lot of open-ended, a lot of 10s, a lot of flush draws. Same way does same as the big blind. So that board is not bad for either of you. It's a huge bet sizing. If he calls you here on the turn, you're gonna shit your pants. By that I mean you're not gonna know what to do. Like the turn's gonna be $3 and almost four bucks. You're not gonna know what did he call you with. You know what I mean? So sizing is bigger than I want it to be. If he calls you, you really don't know what you're against. Any ace is bigger than yours. You have ace with no kicker, and then he has the right to manipulate you. So if the pot is $4, this is why I asked the question. What if he check raises turn? Turn comes, whatever. He checks, you bet 250, and he makes it 8. What do you do then? You fold.
Yeah, I fold.
Yeah, and he has a lot of bluffs actually on that board. Whatever the turn is, so 3 of hearts is a turn. He has so many bluffs here, and also so many value hands. So with a smaller sizing, you're gonna control the pot better. If you make it, let's say 95 cents plus 153, turn's gonna be 340. You don't need to bet 250 anymore. You can bet 190. See, I saved you 60 cents here, or we can bet 180. Or whatever, you know. 170 is half pot. You can bet 170. You can bet 165 on the turn. And now when he makes it raise to 5, you're still folding, but you didn't spend that much money with those bets. And then when you bet the turn and he calls instead of check raise, he checks river. We check back because we have showdown value. That's it.
Yeah,
so all of those things are right here on the flop.
Actually, that's like I think it's like one of my main issues when I think about it. What you just mentioned, where I lose the most money, like because I play like this.
I mean, no, this is not a huge deal. Again, those are small things.
I think it is quite a huge deal because if it happens like 5 times in a row, you're like down like almost $5 if somebody check raises you or something like this, you know?
Well, it opens up a bigger problem later on. Like just because you did 20 cents bigger sizing here, you gotta make 60 cents bigger sizing on the turn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you see most of my sessions, I have like mostly I don't lose big pots. I always lose like $3-4 pots, and then like it all goes like really down, and that could be like a really big issue actually.
I mean, just you gotta think. But again, I don't know how many hands you have. I have almost 3 million hands played online, and for the last
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a top pro few Ivy's cousin player, okay? I mean, I'm above average because I make money from poker, obviously. In poker, you need to be into the top 20% to make money. I'm obviously there because I do make money, but I'm not Tom Dwan, okay?
Yeah.
I know that. But when you execute the same thing over and over and over and over again, here I before looking at the turn or the river, I already what I told you, I already think about it. How I'm gonna construct my sizing for the turn. For this is not gonna be a stack of hand, okay? We're not gonna put all the stack in. So a little bit of a pot control because of my own sanity. My thing in poker is, and I hope you remember that. I hope you're being wise and you're not being smart. Because the difference between a wise person and a smart person is that the smart person can solve any problem in any situation. But the wise person, he lives his life in a way that he doesn't have any problems. So he doesn't have to solve anything. So here, instead of being smart and making this sizing and, oh, I'll figure it out on the turn. If he checks, I'm gonna bet. If he check raises, I'll figure it out. Make it in a way that you don't need to figure out anything. You know, just avoid having a problem in the first place.
Yeah, and if he has like flush draw, he will call anyway. Like he doesn't care if it's like 118 or 90 cents. So.
Yeah. And you
No,
charge him a
nobody
little
will
bit.
fall.
Yeah, you charge him a little bit more with the flush draw here. I understand. But for your own sanity for the turn bet sizing, you might want to lower it a little bit.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, we look.
All right, guys, that was it for now. Hope you liked the footage and the coaching. If you did, give it a thumbs up, a comment, a sub. It helps the channel tremendously. As you can tell, I didn't really care how the hand ends. I'm just skipping to the next hand because it really doesn't matter, and I want to stress that a lot. You need to be good decision and correct decision oriented rather than did I make the money or did I not make the money. The whole point of this coaching that I'm doing here and with my students and on my course is to teach you how to think, in a sense. You don't really necessarily care that you won the hand. You want to know if you did the right decision and could have you make more money out of the winning hand, or could have you lost less money into from the losing hand. That's it for now. Again, give it a thumbs up, helps me tremendously, and I'll see you next time.